on over to there right off the bat. And of course, the few bans that you could be expecting to happen is going to be Alistar, the still high top tier support. But Miss Fortune, just one of the highest pick rates and also highest win rates in competitive in any region, I believe, is going to be also taken off the table by Team Singularity despite being on the A side. So it seems like they got a game plan in mind. And I'm really intrigued to see what's going to be their top priority pickup for their side, Highland.
It's interesting to note that a Misfortune, despite the nerfs coming through in its most recent patch, hefty nerfs here with the base armor, base health regen, and base health regen per level, all receiving nerfs, and even the perk and the love tap on minions means she's not going to be one-shot and clearing those minions and shoving them into the faces of those enemies early game. But I do think that it is still going to be a strong pick, and it is interesting, though, for me, that it is the first ban off the board. You see, most notably, though, in terms of bans, the Alistar being the only one of these two tanks we talked about, Alistar and Braum being banned off the board. I wouldn't be surprised to see a first pickup in the Braum for blue side, or even then Braum in return for that red side picks in the first two. Fiora, though, that's one that interests me here. In terms of the ability for Fiora to take those team fights, it's either I find for Fiora super strong or just not relevant at all.
Zyrakan, give it to me. Give it to me, Team Singularity. After it is a rather early pick, so
that's what we're really looking for. And I think even bringing that Braum in that early game, secure for the potential of that first Drake, being that strong front line over that Malphite, Yasuo, or Shyvana, who all want to dive in on you alongside that Rakan, and the Corki's just going to charge his way into that front line, straight through that into the back. And I think having that strong shield up in front blocks a lot of that potential engage. I think what will be crucial to me, though, is the picks in the vision control that need to come out now for the side of Team Gamelord, because if they don't have vision control, they don't have the advantage in a team fight. They can't be the ones aggressing onto Singularity's composition, which might, for Singularity, be that weakness.
Or seem like gonna have a 4-man push straight on top of it. Gonna have to jump away from that one. Wonderful will be okay. You know what? They were looking for it. They're looking for an opportunity. The vision is going to be having to be important for the side of Gamelord if potential. Overall, tell you what, no early kill like it happened for the two last games, going to weigh off Trevor and Nova, so things are going to be a lot calmer at least, which I'm not against. You know, I'm all for a little bit of a chill early game because those last two games are just a little too wild to my taste, I would say, Highland.
They were a little bit too quick to my taste. I think it was a bit... The space of 2 in 1, I think, is what would be the way to describe it here, Max, man. But unfortunately for footballers, they're going to be bereaving of that 2-game series, because that was an absolute brutal stomp. It's going to be interesting to see if, though, we have that more even matchup that we've seen so far, at least in the first minute of this first match. But a slight gold lead, nevertheless, go over, and also priority in that lane for the boss side over to Gamelord.
Over to the top side, got yourself Hegman on this Garen. You know what? Alistar was banned, and he is a one-trick Alistar. So not only did they ban away Alistar because it was a top pickup in any regards in this one, but Hegman, an old Vainglory connoisseur of playing support positions, he is going to be unfortunately not his top pick. So you have to go in the top side with Garen, which he has started to train quite a bit. And that's the spin. Of course, Garen early on not going to be able to have a good matchup up against this very unfortunate Malphite just on the other side. But the moment he is that level 5, that's where he should be able to fight it, because that shield, that passive coming out from Rampog is making matters so hard for Hegman to find any decent damage. And of course, Rampog is just going to continuously hit those pokes, making it hard for Hegman to now farm. And he's slowly starting to fall behind. So he's got to be very careful. And if I were him, man, just freeze. You got to freeze early game against that Malphite. Otherwise, you're going to have a real hard time.
Every time that barrier comes up, it's just going to be a free chuck into some damage towards Hegman. You see even now the flash come out, but flash for flash, as Shyvana won't find anything for now. And Hegman forced to retreat away. That's going to be potentially even now those minions getting lost and Hegman just falling even further behind, as that jungle also gets eaten up.
Yeah, Zor taking some pretty big damage. Rampog, and also for a difference, is going to be there. He's going to be engaging with his teammates. What are you doing, Zor? Is going to be hitting the knockup onto the monkey. The monkey shall go down. Moogly is out of commission, putting now the focus onto Razor, but she will survive. But I was a little bit skeptical at the start from Yasuo, but it worked out just fine. So if it works, hey, I can't say anything.
If he trusts his team more than you do, Max, man, at least maybe it will be more successful. But they did burn the flash for that because he went in slightly too early and had to come over into that Baron pit to get away back and avoid that first blood going against him. Is that Rakan will now join up over towards that Corki and answer that push coming from that Xayah Braum. But that Xayah Braum pushing in at that 3-minute mark means they're going to be able to reset, get the items on board first, and then set up for this dragon here, Max.
The dragon's going to be coming up, at least if you can get a little bit of vision control. They got the scuttle, which is going to be good, but it's going to be wearing out very soon. So now you're going to have to try and replace it with some wards if possible, and I'll be pretty happy-chappy about that one. Redemption, another Vainglory OG back in the days. He was part of a... Actually, oh man, Hegman, the SK Gaming crew. Do you remember the SK Gaming crew of Vainglory, Hegman?
Oh, dude, I remember the SK Gaming crew, dude. I remember all of these VG names, dude. It brings back the memories.
Oh man, it takes me back. I got a little tear currently rolling down my cheek, but it is okay. We got Wild Rift now. I'm feeling good. Wild Rift fills the void. But you talked about this Drake is going to be coming up very soon, and I talked about this in the draft. How important it's going to be for the Shyvana, which is the reason why Game Lord can't allow this to slip away. Talking about Shyvana, just set up a reset. Everyone actually from the side of Team Singularity are going to go for their own reset. It is a little bit slow, which means that maybe you're going to see Mugli go for it. As they be careful. Razor in the mid, going to take some severe damage, but they are ready to take the fight very soon, I believe.
This is what we talked about with the side about Xayah Braum setting up that lane for their team first, allows them to now set up that vision over on that dragon. But look at the way, though, that they have now been pushed out. You see even the Shyvana moving down, looking for that flush completely out of the dragon and allow this Shyvana to be able to take up this first Ocean Dragon, but it's not going to go cleanly.
Seem like they're going to give it a shot. Unfortunately, no one is going to be there just yet. They're missing the Orianna, and that shockwave is detrimental to their winning condition. And they know it's too slow. They know it's too late. They can't force the fight. They're at a disadvantage. I just saw that smite, and there was still 2 HP down on the Drake. So, yeah, you know what? If there was a fight happening, maybe it could have gone the way of Game Lord. But they will secure it nonetheless.
That 2 HP, that's going to come back one of these times to one of these teams in the future, Max. I'm telling you that much, because I feel that pain as a jungle myself, being able to only smite it down to 2 HP slightly too early in the draw. Do need to clean that one up for if it goes towards a more even matchup, especially, of course, towards a Shyvana. She loses the Drake. She starts to fall down, potentially, even though, yes, she's picked up the Ocean. Most importantly, but actually, hold on here, because it looks like the fight onto the Garen.
He's able to survive. No way. Hegman going to get the smite onto for a difference for it. Oh my god, the knockups are insane. And Hegman, I thought was going to survive, but Rampog will find the frag at the end of the day. Now they're all solo, but it's time for Rakan to join the fight. Here's the charm, the knockup too, and there's nothing the Razor can really do. Razor, though, gets the shield. Yasuo goes for the dive. Good tank coming out from your wonderful AKA Skull. And that is going to be so many frags. 4 kills indeed going the way of Singularity. And it seems like we're having Game Lord slowly falling behind in this game.
Slowly but surely with that first Drake pickup. And I think what I was going to say here for the side of Game Lord is at least it isn't that motor race car Shyvana, Wind Dragon, Cloud Dragon going to be going up over into their pockets. Just vroom, vroom, she runs down an entire enemy team, Max. But for now, it is only going to be that Ocean. It's more the less important dragons for Shyvana to be picking up, so it's not all over yet.
It's not all over. 1 Drake is okay. 2 Drakes, it's starting to be a little bit scary. 3 Drakes is when you're already throwing. You want to try and avoid that from going the way of Shyvana, of course. But far difference in a rather good spot, as we're going to be checking out the builds and also the terms of kills. 2-1 so far for the Malphite, which he's not going to be the big carry potentially in this one, but I think he understood. You can see his itemization. He started to go tanky and he's like, well, I actually got a bunch of kills. Why not go full AP? Hey, AP Malphite good, okay?
Exactly, dude. You can engage with the damage there, the splash damage, albeit as well. And onto that back line, you actually now get rid of all of that potential coming out from the Xayah, from that Orianna. But it's a fight. Maybe breaks out over this Rift Herald, though.
Hegman taking quite a bit of damage, but he's still going to be leading the charge with his teammates. Good charm from your Wonderful. He's going to be able to reposition, and that's going to be the Wukong going way too deep. That's a big mistake on his end. Game Lord, though, slowly going to be taking quite a bit more damage despite losing the Wukong. They're still looking to take that fight, which I do not think is a great thing. Shockwave going to be stout. Good jump backwards from Zor. Going to go for the ultimate on top of the Garen. Hegman is going to be smiting it down. Hitting so much engage, but they're all low, and they have to move out. The trade has been strong, pretty even, but 1 kill still gets picked up and goes the way of Singularity. As Herald is up, are they going to go for it? Oh, I thought they were, but seem like they're not too in... Wait, are they? Yes, they are. They are. I thought they were.
Yeah, Wukong there obviously falling down 1 and 3. Miserable for this Wukong in this early game. Unable to control these Drakes. Unable to control now this Rift Held as he was the one being picked off. Crucial now for his Shyvana to put even more pressure. Come that second Mountain Dragon to throw that Rift Held in an opposite lane and take priority over that Dragon itself when it finally does come up in the next 15 or so seconds. But you see now the side of Game Lord looking to try desperately position with the push through the mid lane minions, looking now for some coming together for their squad, looking now maybe for a pick around that Drake onto this run.
The Trinity already purchased, actually, if on the side of For a Difference. So he is going to be looking to pop already some damage. Hasn't gone yet for the side of the Blade of the Ring King, which I wonder if he's going to go for that because it got a pretty nice buff for the melee champs. So I'm really willing to see if that's going to be indeed the case. Then the top side, Rampog, Hegman taking a small 1v1, but Hegman not able to win that one because really Rampog, by going AP, man, he is such in a good position. As though in the mid lane, going to have the engage. Glacial Fissure connects onto the Corki. He's going to have to flash away from that fight to avoid the stun. On the basket. Oh my god, the CC combos is out of this world. There is nothing Game Lord can do. They just get melted to the ground. Moogly is still left alive, trying to go for the kill on top of Redemption. But that is a big fat L put on the forehead of Game Lord. Man, the combos. There's nothing you can do. Yasuo just popped the hell off.
That's the beauty of the Yasuo Malphite combo there, Max. Now, Rift Herald's just going to take now a second tier turret. They're going to grab the second dragon. They might even pressure a third tier, as that Rift Herald will at least get one charge off and start to maybe make more headway in. Because it will not be able to say that charge gets caught by the minions, and that's at least some respite for the side of Mowgli and his squad. And I wanted to talk about Mowgli here because look at his build. He's already had to go Guardian Angel. He gets popped into the leaders so fast, 1 and 4 here, Max. And he's going to have no damage in these team fights. And that's disastrous if he wants to really be able to even burst or contest these dragons. Now already 2 disadvantage.
It's not looking pretty. For sure. And I know what not looking pretty looks like. I live that every single day. So at the end. And that's the light quote.
You look pretty enough, dude. It's okay. Just believe in yourself, you know.
He's been wholesome.
Look in the mirror, dude. You don't need to have it tell you you're beautiful, man.
Hey, I mean, he's telling me this after I was choking on a pizza just like an hour ago. So I got to say, this is what true caster love looks like. But this is still looking amazing for the side of Team Singularity. Towards the top, though, is going to be Hegman chased down. He's out of position. They're going to collapse. Ultimate from Redemption, though. Hey, you know what? Trying to get some slow, but going to have to flash away. Hegman, will he be safe? He shall be. His team is ready to follow up, but though the triple knockup on the Cyclone is going to be big. The Shockwave and Neon's all smited away by Hegman, but the GA is not even procced, and Yasuo survives. I have no idea how, and he's able to take the frag also. Double kill for the Corki, and they are just getting melted as Zaya is left stranded, having to ult to safety. And this is just insane. The domination coming out from Singularity is out of this goddamn world. Rampog?
The double
Rampog?
into triple knock up in Rampog.
Does he get it?
Going for that Ignite will sign it onto the Zaya. That's the ace from the Malphite. And gonna be now the Baron as well. And we wanted at least some even fight, but we're not going to have it in this game, Max, because it is all Singularity now in the driver's seat. 16k gold advantage, a Baron, double dragons in their favor, and all that the side of Game Lord will be able to do is just try desperate to hold on for that late game.
You just said it. 16,000 gold lead. There you go. That's the statement. That's the entire point. 16,000 gold lead. Is there something you can do against that in an 11-minute and 20-second game? I got to say no. Very, you know what? Not no. It's like 99% impossible. But you know what? They're still going to give it their best shot. Game Lord. Seems like they're not having a good time. Especially Garen is not a good scaling late game character in the sense that he's not able to do comebacks very easily. If he's behind, he's behind. He might get a good smite and able to find a kill here and there, but it's not something substantial the Game Lord are definitely looking for. For that to happen, Garen needs to be ahead, and right now, he is so far behind.
Zaya's not even in the fight either, up in the top lane to clear those minions away. As the Baron buff just doing work as they set up for the fight, but it will be the first pick here, Max.
Yep, onto the Garen. He's going to be sent out of commission instantly. There's not really much that Hegman could do. He's just getting bullied. He's the punching bag of Singularity. Now these towers appear to also become the punching bag very soon. The minion buffed. Also, great engage coming out from the Malphite. That's going to be the Zaya out, and now almost all of the damage is out of the equation. They are getting CC'd by Moogly. Still got the GA, so they're going to be careful with that. Tower shall also fall, but they're going to be putting their eyes onto Rhea. Also, Moogly goes golden monkey for a few seconds, but it doesn't change the course of this game. They're still going to be going in favor of none other than Singularity, as they tend to try and close off game number 1 of this BO3 series.
It came from that first dragon, the prior control over it. And I think that actually Game Lord, they lost an opportunity there at that 3-minute mark, Max, man. You had that priority over the control of that dragon lane with Desire and the Braum. You had them then be able to perhaps back off the base first, get that advantage through the item build path early on, and then come back as that 5-man squad over to that Ocean Dragon and deny it away from that Shyvana, who you knew had just gone back to base afterwards and was not able, if you had vision in your pockets, to really contest that at all.
That was just a bang of a game. Sorry, I'm trying to also prepare for the draft of game number 2. Seemed like we should be ready to get into it rather soon, but before we do so, I think it's interesting for us to check out the builds. And yeah, we did have then the Blade of the Ruin King coming on through at the end from For a Difference, which we were expecting after that Triforce. It's not too much of a surprise. And man, that damage difference though, like it was actually significant. It was actually visible almost. Like Shyvana, she was good before. Like with that, she's not like broken, I would say, but she is definitely high up there in terms of top tier junglers you want to focus down. So For a Difference doing a lot of work in that.